This is Sky 107.1 FM. Don't dare touch that down. Your top, most provoking and stimulating talk show, 50/50, is coming on next.
I'm grateful to God for the mercy. I'm grateful to God for the blessing. Grateful to God for the love you show me, my baby. And I know I don't have Bugatti, no, I don't have Ferrari, but I'm gonna give you something special. Hey, I'm crazy in love with you, mama. Want your body, na na na. I be your baby, you be my chioma. Baby girl, big man, yeah. I'm crazy in love with you, mama. Want your body, na na na. I be your baby, you be my chioma. Baby girl, big man. My heart, baby, I adore you, but no one above you. I'm desperate in love with you. Don't go away, don't you leave my one. No, don't you lie to me, shoot I want. Yeah, don't go away, don't you leave my one. Don't you lie to me, tell me shoot I want. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be. I want to enjoy my life. I want to do it my way. Okay, let me live my life. I want to do it my way. The money can push away. The money can push away. I want to enjoy my life. If you get money, say you not get, you more enjoy your life. Don't worry about the haters and boy, you more enjoy your life. Sweet, 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 bad, bad thing. Everybody wanna do that thing. Sweet, 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 bad, bad thing. You get your own, I get my own.
Your top, most provoking and stimulating talk show, 50/50, is coming on next.
I wanna do it my way. Let me live my life. I wanna do it my way. Don't let nobody control your life. Control your life. Don't let nobody suppress your life. Suppress your life. Scatter the bad people. Throw them away. For you, my baby, you won't get yourself. For you, my baby, you won't pass your head. You get your own. I got my own. You got your life. I got my life. So don't tell me I don't live my life. I want to enjoy my life. I want to do it my way. Okay, let me live my life. I want to do it my way. I never see, I never, yeah, I never
Sky 107.1 FM, the passion for broadcasting. We are transmitting to you live from the King Boca building right here on Broad Street. Let me say good morning to you. It's good to be back here with you. As a matter of fact, on this first Monday of the year 2022, I'm the lady cool. Some folks around call me the coolest baby. And of course, I'm going to be your companion up until later this afternoon. But let's bring you 50-50 right here.
Good morning, Habel. Good morning, Robertsfield. Good morning, Robertsport. Good morning, Tuduta. Good morning, Salala. Good morning, Macaque City. Good morning, Totmanburg. Good morning, Clay. Good morning, Waterside. Good morning, Riverside. Good morning, Bapulu. Good morning, La. Good morning, Caldwell. Good morning, Brewerville. Virginia, Camp David. My river address is 50-50 on the Monday morning, 2022, January the 3rd, in the People's Republic of Liberia. It's 50-50 on Sky 107 with this topic. What is the future and unity of the CPP with the withdrawal of the Benoni Urey ALP from the CPP? Will the Nyumah Boakai Unity Party follow suit, or will they stay and guide the process of unity within the CPP? What is the CPP's strategy, if any, for the much anticipated 2023 general and presidential election, of which expectation is placed on the shoulders of the CPP, the Secretary General of
Hey yo, what's up, Backhoe LIV man?
T-Brash, that you? Hey, what are you for you, man? I'm surprised. Most of you keep quiet when you go to America.
Come on, man. I told you I'll make the difference, girl. By the way, I need to send you some cash, but I heard that the banks are closed today.
Receive money from your family and friends in the U.S. directly into your Orange Money wallet. You heard me right. Tell your loved ones to download the BNB or Small World money transfer apps or visit their websites to begin transferring. Visit www.orange.com.lr for more information. Free for sender until 30th November.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hey guys, I got good news for you. Who wants y'all to watch everything over there? Okay. Bobo, you take my money to pay for the things I got for my honey. She over there. Amos, send money to my phone fast. Send for rent about you.
Great news for all football lovers. Use Orange Money to cash in or cash out and stand a chance to win cash, devices, or a ticket to the AFCON final. Yes, you heard me right. All this plus many other prizes. Dial *154# to begin transacting. First prize, all expense paid trip to watch the AFCON finals, plus promotional materials. Second prize, luxury 4G smartphone, plus promotional materials. Third prize, $100 cash, plus promotional materials.
Nipa, I'm interested in the device or cash if you win, yeah.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Let's come and celebrate. National Continent. Let's come and celebrate.
The biggest sporting event in Liberia since 1956 is here once more. It's the 2021-2022 National County Sports Meet. The theme for this year's National County Sports Meet is commemorating 200 years of togetherness through sports. The questions on everybody's lips. Will Lofa County retain the football trophy and take it back to Wallagisi? Or will one of the other 14 counties wrestle it from there? How determined is Grand Bassa County to hold on to the kickball crown? And who wins basketball and volleyball? Double. Now here are the pairings. In Group A, Margibi County will play host to Monterrado, Grand Bassa, and River G counties. While in Group B, Nyumah County will play host to Grand Crew, River Cess, and Bump counties. Group C features Great Jlateh as host and includes Sino and Maryland. While Group D have Bonny County as host and include the defending champions Lofa, Great Cape Mount, and Bapolo County. This year event kicks off with Margibi County going toe-to-toe with Grand Bassa County in the first football and kickball matches. The prize sponsors of the 2021-2022 National County Meet is Orange Liberia. Gold sponsor Asila Metal. Other sponsors are NASCO, Green Petroleum, Liska, APM Terminal, Dustbed, and Heineken. It's commemorating 200 years of togetherness through sports. The theme of this year's National County Sports Meet.
Let's come and celebrate. National County Meet. Let's come and celebrate.
After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has brought in all sizes of new quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage has also brought in a state-of-the-art 2022 upgraded diagnostic machine that can easily detect any problem with your car. Don't worry, we can fix it for you. Is your car having any electrical problem? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician from Ghana who is up to the task of programming and solving all of your car electrical problems. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street side. We have our garage and new showroom at Rehab at the junction of President Weah's residence. For original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to Uptown Garage. We give 1 month warranty. We also provide a tow truck free of charge if we are the ones to work on your car. But we can also tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage head office on 0777 553317 or 0886 553317 or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian owned, is here to put a smile on your face.
Thank you very much, Michael. 50-50 on Sky 107.1 FM. Today is the first edition of 50-50 for the year 2022, and we are humbled, we are blessed, we are privileged to have the chief scribe of the factionalized, bombarded to them, and fractured CPP. My friend and my brother, Mo Ali, good morning.
Morning team as
Isn't that the fight?
The adjectives, fractionalized.
But the adjectives are relevant to what's happening.
Yes. The CPP is fractured, and that is not an escapable news. It's something that we must now begin to live with. And if there are opportunities for us to begin to recalibrate and see how we can move forward in the opposition community.
But you said something here that when I read it, I was, even if you cut the Pope from Italy, because you said the ALP is an independent political party that has the right to make any decision they want to make, like anyone else. We've heard of their pullout from the CPP because of the disharmony in the CPP, and they believe the current CPP constitution is now what they signed up to. I think their pullout is irreversible integration of CPP. This is cast in stones, it seemed to me.
Well,
You said it's
I
irreversible.
uttered that statement without even knowing that it was going to make the headlines of a very big
It means that all interventions have failed. Or
newspaper.
we cannot pick up any intervention that could reverse this trend. It's irreversible.
So T-Max, as I sit here, it pains my heart.
Mhm.
Even uttering those words were very painful.
Was it
But
out of desperation or out of
sadly,
frustration?
I think where we are,
Mhm.
it is not out of desperation. It is out of frustration that we cannot get things going, that we cannot get past things. Efforts have been exerted. Few meetings heard at the point where we can no longer have meetings. At the point where even when we go to meetings, the discussions are just we disconnected. Nobody wants to listen to the other, and I don't care how authoritative you are when you are presiding.
But this was not so. I mean, you are in leadership now. This was not so. You have some and the genesis of this, what I would call the disunity and fractionalization of this came from the same ALP when ALP cried loud that the framework document was tampered with. That was the genesis of this integration, if I borrow from your words of the CPP.
Well, I think the genesis of this thing is from the beginning when the framework document was revised and the political parties were not given their copies. And there was a particular point where, when I listened to Mr. Urey, the issue of the penalties for withdrawal from the CPP was not known to political parties that are members of the CPP. And according to Mr. Urey, and many of us got to know about it, Mr. Urey said his first time hearing it was when it was pronounced by Mr. Musa Bedete on the Spoon Talk and Attorney Morayo Yakula. And then something caught his attention. He said, I did not sign up to any document that had that clause in it. And so how did it get there? He did his investigation and he concluded that changes were made to the document before submission. And so it was prudent to complain. He did the complaint. And I think from the complaint, things just went haywire.
And the lawyers came in and debunked that.
So, yeah, let's before coming to the lawyers part, a committee was set up. Investigations were done. There were few facts. Number one of the most contentious issues was that withdrawal. The lawyers in their note did not conclude on that. And they said, look, this thing, we don't know how it works. We don't know if it is legal. We will find out we will write the Election Commission to know if a party withdraws from the collaboration, would they be able to feed candidates in their own name? But there are several questions. How did that come about? Because that was not in the original document that was given to them. But be that as it may, all of these things came out and discussions were going out. I just can't fathom at what point in time we decided that we will not come to meetings. Because T-Max, we who leading, we can press as much as possible as we can for conflicts to be resolved. But those conflicts can only be resolved when people agree to sit and discuss. That is the first step, because when you agree to sit and discuss, then you people will be able to identify the problems and carve out solutions to those problems. we have found it exceedingly difficult and frustrating to have people to come to discuss. For example, T-Max, since we took over, the Secretariat of the CPP had not had any meeting. Call meetings.
So whose fault is that?
We call meetings, and communications were sent in response to my citation to meeting that we will not attend any meeting from both the ANC, the Liberty Party, that we will not attend any meeting unless the issue of the framework document can be resolved. Understandably so. But then the question I ask is, how are we going to
resolve them?
This problem if we are not coming to meeting? Because we are the Secretariat. We may not be the ultimate decision makers, but we could come together and even study the problems and recommend some solutions. The National Executive Committee of the CPP have had only one meeting. And that meeting was only even possible after the chairman, Amin Boda, pleaded with the three other chairs, Musa Berete, Senator Daniel Neten, Chairman Momo of the ALP. They first had discussions, the four of them, before they agreed to have meeting. One meeting. After a series of attempts. And after a series of attempts, the Advisory Council have had only one meeting. In that meeting, they concluded that the political leaders were going to meet. And they met. What was discussed in that meeting, I don't know. But what I am sure about is that they have agreed.
You're the head of the Secretariat. How in the world you would not know?
No, because at the Advisory Council meeting, the political leaders agreed that, look, after this meeting, we will meet exclusively to discuss. Met exclusively, the four of them. They had that discussion.
So there were no minutes taken.
My understanding, no, there were minutes taken. They have points there. They have not. My understanding is that they agreed among the four of them that whatever was discussed there will remain confidential.
Strictly confidential.
Until they can get somewhere. And so, since that time, they've not been able to meet again. Either this other person is traveling, or this other person is traveling, or traveling.
How does JMB taking it? Because this is under this leadership. It's a crucial time, so few steps to election, and JMB is the head. How does he taking this?
But like I said,
is he crying?
Is
he frustrated? Is he crying? Had I known, I wouldn't have taken this stuff. This thing is
no,
not working.
No. Nobody can say, had I known, I would not take. I mean, if we were to reverse the making of the CPP with the experience that we now have, with the lessons that we now learn, we will do it differently. But I cannot, the UP cannot, JMB cannot, and will not regret being a part of the CPP. We've learned valuable lessons from our colleagues. We've learned, and in the future, we could do it better.
You don't have the option to do it
frustrated,
better. It's all gone through the windows.
Frustrated.
It's thrown out. It's a waste of time.
When you talk about frustration,
and waste of people's energy, you have broken the anticipation and the whole library. You dash them. There is no room. And I agree with you when you say this integration is irreversible.
T-Max, the nurse in the CPP has become so loud to the extent that people who are supporters started to call for disintegration of the CPP, that the parties should leave and plan better. The point is, we came together not to make noise amongst ourselves. We expect that there will be differences, reconcilable differences. T-Max is wearing his white today, signaling peace.
And I mean the state of grace.
State of grace. If that does not vibe with what Mo Ali is working, we can reconcile those differences.
Mm-hmm.
We did not anticipate that we'll reach to a point where we will have irreconcilable differences.
But the point,
and the time we are supposed to take to strategize, the time we are supposed to be using to strengthen the CPP, the time we are supposed to be taking to put together a blueprint that we will present to the Liberian people to make a case for election in 2023, we are using all that time to make noise.
Let's go back to the genesis of this. It was the framework document. When did Honorable Urey notice, when did he realize that what he has now, it was not what he signed up to? Was it before the senatorial elections? When did he realize that?
So, T-Max, I will not speak for
because
the ALP. I will not speak for Mr. Urey, but in one of the meetings, he stated very clearly that he only got to know about certain clauses within the framework document when I think it was.
Was it before the senatorial election or after that?
No, long after that. It was this year.
So what document did
this year
did the CPP operate on? Gave them this significant victory.
No, so yes, nobody
saw that coming.
Yes, where the problem came from. The parties have complained that they do not have copies of the documents that they signed finally for submission to the NEC. And I am very certain if the ALP had a copy of that document, Mr. Urey would not have been shocked at the hearing of the withdrawal clause. But
how did it go? How did it go to the senatorial race without finding the very foundation of your strategy and your strength? You didn't look at that. And unfortunately, should I say fortunately, unfortunately, honor this, what I would term in the words of Mr. Urey, this nefarious document gave you massive victory. How could wrong produce right this way?
Well, let me say,
would it be a good thing if somebody like a good citizen like me would sue the National Elections Commission to reverse the victory claim given to the CPP on the basis of fraudulent documentation filing?
I don't think you will be successful.
Why?
So the point is,
of fraudulent results, it's a fraudulent filing
plus
that brought about a victory that you don't deserve. That's what I'm saying. Can we reverse that trend?
No, you cannot.
Why?
You cannot.
Why?
Because
it was wrongly filed. It was erroneous. The contents were not visible. We didn't see it. We thought that they were good, and we wrote on it, and they gave us good results. Now to find out that it's bad. So why don't we reverse the game?
Mr. Urey's point is, we signed up to a document, and according to the allegation, the document we signed up to was not what was submitted.
So there was a fraudulent document.
Let's
classify that was a fraudulent document that was filed with NEC and give it the result. Let reverse the result.
But you can't reverse the result.
Why? It was done fraudulently.
Because people remember T-Max. Political parties, you could get elected on a political party ticket, and that political party gets dissolved through its own mechanisms or through not meeting requirements by the Elections Commission. That political party could get dissolved.
Agree.
And you will still maintain your position because you were elected by the people, not on the basis of the document that was submitted.
Let me take you back.
On the basis.
Let me give you a good example
of your qualification.
Let me give you a good example
by the law.
Let me give you a good
the
example.
Election law.
Let me give you a good example. Nkebuki, is that how they were calling his name? It's just a tongue twister. So Nambudiki, whatever it was, gave us fraudulent document that he fraudulently took Liberian citizenship. He did all he could do until the 11th hour. He was caught. He's gone.
So that is a completely different
It's
thing.
not different thing.
No, it
he
is.
gave us document
So,
that you say
Timas,
he was a
let me
Liberian
explain.
citizen. He was never ever a Liberian citizen.
Uh-huh.
He did ABCD when he never done that. On the basis of the document we gave. We like you did. We saw the document. Okay, he graduated from University of Liberia. He's gonna be a Liberian citizen. We know that. Only to find out that this guy is so fraudster. And so what did we do? We changed everything, and Naked Buki, I said whatever he's called, is wanted by the librarian. So why don't we do the same thing?
No, the case of Mambudike is absolutely different from that of electing people. When you apply or when your name is submitted to be elected to the position of representative or senator, you are judged based on the existing laws that qualify people. Are you a citizen? Did you reach the age requirement? Have you met this requirement or that? That does not affect your standing within the political parties. There is a difference between being elected by the people. You want to have
your cake and eat it at the same time.
No, we're not having cake and eating
it. That's what it is.
We're not having
You're making noise of righteousness. You don't want to pay the price for being unrighteous.
T-Max, we are not being unrighteous. If there were mistakes along the way, it's not somebody else that is pinpointing that. It is us. Like I said, my frustration is that we cannot come around the table to sit and discuss. And that has caused us so much distractions, so much headache, to the extent that we cannot meet. If we were meeting very frequently, had the Secretariat agreed to meet and discuss and made proposals and come up with recommendations and say, executive committee, these are the recommendations, these are the ways through which we think this issue of the framework document can be resolved. The executive committee will look through that and they will comb it out of their own recommendations, submit it to the National Advisory Council, and in my mind, or joint structural meetings, joint organ meetings of the CPP would have been cited, and we all will discuss and come up with a solution. But to refuse to come to the discussing table began the real irreversible trend of the disintegration.
When is the Unity Party following Urey?
T-Max, the UP is an independent political institution.
I'm not saying you were
the
jointly owned.
Yeah.
When are you following?
The UP will make pronouncement when it is necessary.
It seems to me, because of what I'm hearing from the grapevine, the UPP is already on its way. Joseph Boakai, UPP will be leaving the CPP, and that casts a serious doubt as to the ability of the so-called CPP to mitigate a simple problem that they could solve, and they're craving to becoming the head of the People's Republic of Liberia when they cannot hold four political parties together.
Now, so the thing is,
so when are you leaving? When is your Unity Party leaving?
The thing is to have institutions where one person cannot make a decision.
One person made a decision, he's putting up his party.
No, I'm talking about one person making a decision to solve the problems. It is something that when you say A, everybody must agree that it is A, even when it is clear that it is A. I cannot go and say around the table, T-Max is wearing white. If the others do not agree that T-Max is wearing white,
then they're blind. They're blind.
Then there is a problem.
Then they're blind.
Then they're where the problem came from.
They color blind if they don't know how immaculate I am in my whiteness instead of gray. And they call it purple, then they're blind.
So those are some
similarly, if members of the CPP don't see the greater challenge ahead and the Liberian people are waiting for them and they're acting like kids, then they're kids.
So the greater challenge is there will always be problems. There will always be challenges. The manner in which each of these political institutions will address those challenges in order to strengthen themselves and make a better case to Liberians is where we will look at, is the strength that you will have. It feels very, very
in unity,
frustrating.
there is strength in the way I see the CPP in splinters. There will not be any strength, because few weeks from now, the Unity Party will be pulling out of the CPP. It will be left with two or fractionalized Nyombli and Musa. Some part goes behind JMB, and the other part remain with ANC. So
I hope it can be done differently. But the point at which we are at, if T-Max, if we cannot come to the table to discuss, if we cannot find collective solutions to the problem, then let us start giving ourselves headache.
So let's split it.
Yeah.
Split it.
Because there is no need working together if we can find common ground. If we are like cats and dogs.
Georgia will not have one term. Georgia will not be a one-term president. Give me all this nonsense.
But T-Max.
Let's face it. That was what we were preaching. In unity, there's strength. If we put together, JMB said, listen to me. JMB said that. Nyombli said that. Cummings said that. Urey said that. Now you are into little package. Georgia is having did you see him on the close of last year?
T-Max.
I am the guy given to you by God. I'm going to lead. Yeah, he's going to do it because the CPP is. I don't want to classify you that you're nothing. You know competition to George Weah. He's gone. Unfortunately, he's going to be two-term president.
That's not true.
Instead of one. What do you mean? What does that do? Urey will not stand by himself to be George Weah. Unity Party. Not let go.
Let's wait and see the strategies.
What is the basis of the strength? You are into pieces. What is the basis of the strength?
George Weah's re-election or rejection was not based or will not be based on the CPP remaining together or disintegrating. His re-election.
So on what basis when you say that you're going to be a one-term president?
I come in. On the basis of his performance, of his government's performance as president of this country, whether the CPP stays together or they disintegrate, if Mr. Weah performs to the expectation of the Liberian people, he will be re-elected. If the CPP stays together or disintegrate, if Mr. Weah does not perform and you have a case made to outline the differences, to outline what you can do.
What will be the alternative, my friend Moali? What will be the alternative? It's better to live with the damn devil, I know, than the unseen angel that I have not seen before. What is the alternative?
The alternative is
what?
Is the opposition.
What is the opposition? It won't be gigantic black, and the black is into pieces of blacks. What is it?
T-Max. You making it to seem like it is a doomsday.
It's a doomsday.
No, this is not
a doomsday. It is with the childishness of the CPP.
No, I would not classify as that.
The big four constituent political parties that people were looking up to give us the alternative into pieces at the 11th hour.
T-Max.
George Weah is going to clap for him.
No.
In spite of our political differences, he's gone. Because there is no alternative. He's gone.
Can I explain something?
Go ahead.
I see you are very emotional about it.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, I know for you. T-Max, this is where we will draw our strength from.
From where?
This is where we will realign.
From this integration, there is no strength in this integration. There is no strength.
T-Max.
Especially so when the disintegration become irreversible, there is no strength.
No, T-Max, I do not agree with you. I do not agree with you. As a matter of fact, there is no strength where we are together and we consistently force. We consistently see each other as enemies. In fact, it will be the weakness. It will be the biggest frustration remaining together and not operating as a unit, remaining together, fractured, disintegrated. That is not strength.
So
you do not just want to
defeat
together.
all your slogans, all your ideology. Together we're stronger. Together you're not stronger.
It does not diffuse it. It does not mean that the opposition, the ALP pulled out, does not mean that the opposition will not work together. It doesn't mean that the ALP will not work with the Unity Party. It doesn't mean that the other people from the other political parties, the Rainbow Alliance, the PUP, they will not work together as an opposition bloc.
You don't have the time.
No, you do.
You don't have.
You do have the time
because everybody comes to the table with his own agenda, with his own ego. You don't have the
time. Just like this time around. It's just like this time around. When you are collaborating or when you are realigning, you must realign with a clear-cut agenda, with a clear-cut goal. Maybe that was one of the mistakes that we made.
Okay. In the face of all this nonsense, in the face of all this childishness within the core of the CPP, where do we stand? Church, we are going second term.
No, I don't think so.
What is your strategy?
I don't think so.
What is your strategy?
So, T-Max.
Together, you could not be stronger.
T-Max.
Individually, you will be stronger to beat Georgia.
T-Max, I'm going to repeat this. The CPP can stay together, which I want.
In what?
I come in. Let me explain here. The CPP can stay together and continue to.
There will be no CPP. More get it.
I come in.
No. Let's
I'm
correct.
saying
There will be no CPP. Unity Party is on its way going out.
Okay.
Out of the CPP.
Let me say this.
Let me. You keeping it you keeping it close to your chest, but let me unravel that.
So let me say
the Unity Party.
You can't tell me about what the Unity Party.
I know what the Unity Party is all about.
So
Unity Party is on its way out.
Maybe you should wait. Let me explain my logic here. The CPP could stay together, and they continue to cause noise. They do not focus on the agenda. It will even be more beneficial to the current government and to President Buya, because we will not have the time to sit to strategize. We will not have the time to work together. We will be forcing among ourselves more than we'll be forcing with the government. Over the last 3-4 months, T-Max, everybody can bear me witness. There was more internal attacks. There was more internal fights. How Joseph Boakai is this, Joseph Boakai is that. He's sick. He get pacemaker from within. How Cummings is this, how Urey is that, how Nyumah is this. From within, then we have collectively worked together. That weakens you a lot when you are being distracted from your goal, when you do not have the time to sit, to recalibrate, to say, these are the government policies that are not right. Let's brainstorm and do them. Instead of us doing that, we are basically over the last 4 months fighting amongst ourselves, leaving the government unchecked. They are passing budget that is not good. It is because we are more fighting. If we need together and everybody is focusing on what the government is doing, I do not have to fight ANC. ANC does not have to fight me. I don't have to fight the ALP. ALP does not have to fight me. You have a common target. But in the CPP, the government no longer became the target.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
So you get my logic now.
You
are confessing to my logic.
So
you go you go individually.
I am saying
you go individually. ARP will attack Liberty Party will attack Unity Party will attack ANC. So when we go together individually, there'll be some attacks.
No. We have been focused. The hierarchy of the UP has never and will never get engaged into fights with parties in the opposition community.
But you're not exercising leadership.
No, we have. There is no way. Even the conflicts in Liberia, as long as the warring factions were not agreeing to come to the discussion table, there was no solution. The day they all agreed that we will come to the table to discuss, boom, we saw the Accra Peace Agreement, the comprehensive Accra Peace Agreement. If that cannot happen, if we cannot come together, if meeting is called, I'm dodging it, if I'm traveling all the time, Timas, how do we discuss? We are being more distracted than we should be.
So let's split it.
Well, I'm not saying that.
Let's split it.
I am not suggesting that.
I think everybody.
But I am saying that we need to be more focused in critiquing government. President will be giving an annual message a few weeks from now. We're not even focusing on.
I want to clap. Whatever he says is true. I'm going to clap for him in advance. Whatever he says, but there's no way to checkmate him when you are into pieces.
When we are not when we are into pieces. When we are internally forcing,
it hurts more.
If
when you are internally forcing,
it hurts
you
more.
Crucifying each other when you are internally forcing.
So maybe
look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I used to dispute this, and you myself were labeled as enemy of the state. I come to regret that when tiny seditions were making the noise. We are just going to go for, 18 years. Or some people we will go for until thy kingdom come.
Don't bang on that.
No. Listen to me.
Do not bang on that, Tima.
I got infuriated. I got violated. And we make the noise. You and I make the noise.
Don't bang on that.
It stares me in the face. It stares me in the face based on the childishness of the CPP. That's going to come to pass.
I do not see that coming to pass. I do not see the internal wrangling as childishness. I see it as reaching to a boiling point where nobody wants to listen to the people that are leading the CPP.
Thank you very much. Let's take our second break, and when we come back, call me on those numbers on 0777 107. You'll be live from 5050 on Sky 107. Better stay call us on 0777 221 223. The CPP, maybe independent CPP than CPP, that what might happen. What is your view? Use those numbers after we should have returned.
Excuse me, Papa, give me one bottle of wine. That's another plate of barbecue chicken and.
Drop the wet 1 minute. Go come back. Now, lollipop, I know I told you to relax and enjoy. But sorry, I just checked and don't have enough cash.
Oh man, I am worried there. Jlateh, I got cash on my phone. You will scan and pay. But I want my money back as soon as you get more.
No problem there. But explain to me some more. Scan and pay?
Yes. With money in your Orange Money wallet, you can now scan and pay using QR codes. Check with your favorite merchants. Don't be left behind. To pay, simply download and open the Orange Money Africa app, select Scan It, and scan. Now payment is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Orange Money QR codes.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hey, y'all. What's up back home in LIV, man?
T-Brush, that you? Hey, put on your for you, man. I'm surprised because most of you call your friend when you go to America.
Come on, man. I told you I'll make the difference, girl. By the way, I need to send you some cash, but heard that the banks are closed today in LIV.
You sleepy? That brought home to another level. You can send your script to my phone.
Receive money from your family and friends in the US directly into your Orange Money wallet. Yes, you heard me right. Tell your loved ones to download the BNB or Small World money transfer apps or visit their websites to begin transferring. Visit www.orange.com.lr for more information. Free for sender until 30th November.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Watch everything accommodation.
Me.
Bobo, you take her money to pay for the things I talked to my honey. She over there. Amos, send money to my phone fast. Send for rest about you.
Great news for all football lovers. Use Orange Money to cash in or cash out and stand a chance to win cash, devices, or a ticket to the AFCON final. Yes, you heard me right. All this plus many other prizes. Dial *154# to begin transacting. First prize, all expense paid trip to watch the AFCON finals, plus promotional materials. Second prize, luxury 4G smartphone, plus promotional materials. Third prize, $100 cash, plus promotional materials.
I'm not interested in the device or cash if you win, yeah.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
The biggest sporting event in Liberia since 1956 is here once more. It's the 2021-2022 National County Sports Meet. The theme for this year's National County Sports Meet is commemorating 200 years of togetherness through sports. The questions on everybody's lips: will Lofa County retain the football trophy and take it back to Wagisi? Or will one of the other 14 counties wrestle it from there? How determined is Grand Bassa County to hold on to the kickball crown? And who wins basketball and volleyball? Deble. Now here are the pairings. In Group A, Margibi County will play host to Montserrado, Grand Bassa, and River G counties. While in Group B, Nyumah County will play host to Grand Crew, River Cess, and Bump counties. Group C features Great Jiden as host and includes Sinai and Maryland. While Group D have Bomi County as host and include the defending champions Lofa, Great Cape Mount, and Bapolo County. This year event kicks off with Margibi County going toe-to-toe with Grand Bassa County in the first football and kickball matches. The prize sponsors of the 2021-2022 National County Meet is Orange Liberia. Gold sponsor Asida Metal. Other sponsors are NASCO, Green Petroleum, Liska, APM Terminals, Dustbed, and Heineken. It's commemorating 200 years of togetherness through sports. The theme of this year's National County Sports Meet. Let's come and celebrate.
National County Meet. Let's come. After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has brought in all sizes of new quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage has also brought in a state-of-the-art 2022 upgraded diagnostic machine that can easily detect any problem with your car. Don't worry, we can fix it for you. Is your car having any electrical problem? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician from Ghana who is up to the task of programming and solving all of your car electrical problems. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street side. We have our garage and new showroom at Rehab at the junction of President Weah's residence. For original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to Uptown Garage. We give 1 month warranty. We also provide a tow truck free of charge if we are the ones to work on your car. But we can also tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage Head Office on 0777 553317 or 0886 553317 or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian owned, is here to put a smile on your face.
Thank you very much. We're back on 50/50 on Sky 107. Let me give you the front and back pages of the today's edition. So today, the first edition of 2022 of the front page newspaper. It says, the front page says, guilty of murder, the jurors, the 13th quotes convicts 3 for the killing of a German national. WIAC results marred by collusion practices. West African Examination Council withholds 32% of the 2021 examination results due to examination malpractices at the submission of unreliable continuous assessment scores. Investigating the Abuja rape saga, President Weah instructed ministers Kimiya Musadin to address rape allegation at Liberian embassy in Nigeria. This one says raped and bled to death. All Liberian party to pull out from the collaborating political parties as major breakaway in Liberty Party imminent. Irreversible disintegration, says Mo Ali. He says the ALP is an independent political party that has the right to make any decision they want to make. Anyone else, we've heard of their pull out from the CPP because of disharmony in the CPP, and they believe the current CPP constitution is not what they signed up to. I think their pull out is an irreversible disintegration, strong categorization of the decision of the ALP. I said about more Ali, Secretary General of the Unity Party and Chief Scribe of the Secretariat. The back page of this Dreams Come True. As president, we have fulfills boyhood dream to represent Grand Crew County. Wow. Going to represent Grand Crew County? Where? I don't know. So, and to this, I have no choice but to read the editorials as composed by Tuwana Tipote with the caption New Year Message from Tuwana Tipote. Now it's time for you to participate. Call us on those numbers on 0777 You'll be live from 5050 on Sky 107. Let's go to the line. Talk to our first caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jlateh. Happy New Year.
Good morning, my brother. Many returns.
Let me say good morning to my dear brother Mo Ali.
Good morning.
The name remain Mohammed passed away. I joined from this 15.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much for the topic on our discussion. And our Jlateh. In my opinion, Mr. Jlateh, understanding about the CPP, the whole entire CPP was just intended to make Joseph Boakai Senate bro. So long that did not happen from the beginning and up to present, there will be no CPP. The ALP are put out and the Unity Party is on her way. From the way we are looking at Tima, that only the ANC and the most updated fashion of the CPP are going to remain. Because the intention was just to make Joseph Boakai Senate bro. All of the persons said they were told to go through, they did not allow for the material. What people say, I'm going to the upper and say, no, Joseph Boakai get experience, Joseph Boakai get popularity. You put a system into place where you go through a process and you don't want for the process to take place. But I only believe in one person. That is wrong in our democracy. We should allow democracy to take place. We should allow process to interplay. We should not only look at one side. We should all qualify. Let it go to the convention. But they don't want for the be so. Because they get a fear that we win the election. That convention. So they are fair. So they put it all out in the card. Somebody see no document. Somebody do this one. At the end of the day, see how we are. They just wait till the put down for nothing.
Thank you very much. Call me on that number on 0777 107. Let's go back to line 5. Talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Lavi Kiatamba, and I do enjoy your conversation from my different president.
You say Kiatamba?
Thank you. Let me state my disappointment in your studio guest. Yo, when I'm listening to Mo Ali taking on your platform, telling the Liberian people that indeed, with the exception of the CPP holding together and those different political parties going their own way, help each of those individual parties to win election in Abuja, it sounds frustrating. It does not only sound frustrating, it sounds so much embarrassing. But let me say something to Modi Studio. Don't forget to know whenever there are group of people together, for them to overcome a single individual, the possibility exists as two. Then when you have a single individual going against you, the excess of the CPP were on the basis that indeed they wanted to make president. We have a one-term president, and they could not do it individually. So why is it that you guys will take that and go into a marriage and just a common issue? You're not sorting it out and see how best to conduct yourself. But in second, in the party with all kinds of statements against each other, looking at it is so disappointing and embarrassing. And it's a disgrace to my entire city and it's for political party and leaders. So you cannot be so dishonest to the people like this. For that CPP. But the scene going around the glory is embarrassing to me. And it's a complete scheme on the entire CPP. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Call me on that number on 0777 107. Let's go back to the line. Talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Alfred Foley. I'm calling you from Cleveland, Ohio, this morning, United States.
Go ahead, Alfred.
Okay. First of all, I want to say the CPP is better to disperse at this point. That's the first concern I want to register. Even though the coming together of the CPP was a kind of thing that our leaders is embedded in the leadership of our Liberian people. When somebody want to ascend to a position in Liberia, they will never come to people with truths, with truth telling. They come with lies. That is exactly what the CPP demonstrated. They have hidden intentions. They have hidden agendas. If you are, for example, if you're getting married to a lady, you got to have a purpose. You got to have a reason why in your mind you're getting married to this lady. The CPP had those in mind. They never told each other. They had not discussed. They never had an in-house discussion. They went and formulated a CPP without a goal. Definitely, this CPP was funded without a goal. Now, getting to a point where everybody has to register their goal on the table and their goals don't seem to be relevant, this brought the noise. And at this point, look, it's glaring that the Liberian people are disappointed in the CPP. They're disappointed because they've told the Liberian people, together we are stronger. Together we can fight more, better. Together we think we can win. Now, what next are they going to tell the Liberian people?
Nothing.
Individually.
They ain't got no story to tell them about
trust them. Yeah, for us to trust them individually again, to be disappointed. But I mean, rightfully speaking, it's better that they disperse than being together, because for the past month, all we have seen in the CPP is internal wrangling, internal childish behaviors as to how they can be able to denigrate themselves into the public. That's all they've been doing. They have nothing to do with whatsoever is going on with the Liberian people, nothing at all. Look, the trust that Liberian people had in the CPP was a tremendous one, but they destroyed it.
Thank you very much.
Does that mean that they cannot separate? Of course. Even the Bible said two cannot walk unless they agree. So seeing vividly that they cannot agree, it's better that it disperse.
Thank you very much. Call me on that number on 0777. Let's go back to line 5. Talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Morning, Kimat.
Good morning, my brother. What's your name, please?
Good. I'm after at your GDA.
Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Let me say something. Just from what I see, my take. I think they got together technically. They never really got together in good faith. And what do I mean? December 2020, this political king to power only by getting together. And because of one thing in common that they have, we are. And so they never evaluated each other. They just got together abruptly. But now we are seeing actually evidence that they were not really together in this state. But I was there when video there. He got 8 in favor. I would say hearing, he got 8 in favor. Ability. I think they can go and they can recalibrate the 2029. Okay, and because the water, the funding, and the rest, they are just shadow into part of. They were just trying to get through. But these 3 guys, more ability, with ability, or one of them can make the presidency. They can make the presidency.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Call me on that number on 0777 EB live from 5050 on Sky 107. Do I have another caller on the line? The caller that is not ready here. More, you want to comment on that before we take the last break?
You know, T-Max, I can understand the frustration and everything, but to pass away, Mohammed pass away, who said we came together with the intention to make JMB standard bearer. No, that is not true. And I can understand that there were noise about, going to convention and everything. One thing passed away. There was no denial that if we didn't agree through the consensus building process, we will go to primary. And whoever wins will become
Is it staying on the table?
The chair.
This is staying on the table. That's just thrown out the window now.
I just want to dispel that notion that we came together to make Joseph Boakai. It was not on anybody's mind like that. We came together with one goal. We said to provide a better alternative leadership for Liberia. And getting to power will create the corridor to provide that leadership. I can understand people's frustration because they are frustrated with the way things are running in the country, and they expected that as metro opposition will stay together. But like Alfred Fuller from Ohio State, if we are together and we are not focusing on the goal for which we came together to provide better alternative leadership, we have been distracted by ourselves. It's not like we have been distracted by external forces. We've been distracted internally. Today I causing T-Max. Tomorrow T-Max causing me. We need to overcome those things. Even if we do not stay together, we still will have to work together. And to work together, we do not need to be causing each other. We don't need to make the denigrating comments that we make about each other. That is the reason why T-Max, I never go on the social media or on the radio. Since 2017, we started working together. I see sometimes people bring out things about prior to 2017, but of course, prior to 2017, we were the ruling party. The other people were the opposition. And so we were fighting each other. Since we came to the opposition community, our target, my target, has never been to insult any opposition leader. I have never done it. I will not do it. I will not attack any opposition political leader or political party. When they do something and I can call them, on the side to talk to them, I will do that. And I think that is how we should operate.
Okay. Before we go straight to Studio A, let me ask you this question. And don't tell me this hypothetical. I don't want you to find that excuse, so I want to debunk that first. Don't tell me that it's hypothetical. Assuming we go to election 2023, the so-called CPP, dead, buried, splintered, no substance is going individually. And at the end of the game with Georgia on the CDC, Georgia was not able to. I'm giving a hypothetical question, and I'm giving you.
I'm listening.
And the CPP and all the bunch of individualism, the CPP goal, the opposition goal, and at the end, Georgia was not able to get 50
plus 1.
Georgia get 40. Commies get 35. We means that 2 of them will go to the second round. Where will the opposition throw its weight?
Precisely, T-Max.
Where will the opposition throw its weight?
Now, my last comment speaks to that. That is the reason why we should stop fighting each other. We should not create the wounds to the extent that when we reach that point, you can call on.
I'm asking you, we reach that point with whatever thing being constant. Where will you?
So that's what I'm saying. For me, right?
As disgruntled as members are of the CPP, where will you throw your weight?
Opposition leader who will make their way to an eventual second round against President Buya, it's no given that opposition has my support.
Dream.
And that I'm telling you something.
Dreaming. It will never work. If you never work from the beginning, you dissipated one another.
I will not
you
call him, right?
one another, and
But
you come to days.
When they talk,
the envy will still be there.
When they talk about the disintegration of the CPP started, and somebody suggested, look, we reach a point where we need to have a mutual dissolution and agree on an SOP not to fight each other. So just in case we have a second round, we'll be able to support each other. But you made a point. If at this stage we can work together, there will be this inherent envy, hatred. Oh, Entima say he can make it alone. He go on and let's see him doing it.
So
we'll not come together.
Clap for Manena.
But
clap for Manena.
No, I'm not clapping for
because
him.
you're not going to support me.
I'm supporting your point, but that does not mean that such circumstance cannot be mitigated.
Let me tell you something.
And this is the time where
take it
we
to
are
the bank.
supposed to mitigate all of those kind of
take it to the bank. Now, Akaro's grace
circumstances.
Take it to the bank.
We'll take it to Akaro's grace.
Because it will not be true. So I'm going to make reference to Akaro's
Then don't
grace.
say take it to the bank because
Take it
any
to-
bank we're taking it to
No.
this time politically
There are some
is
banks
Akaro
that-
great bank.
There are some banks that, you know, and I want to go into that because that's my first constituent. My first constituency.
We'll take
As
to,
it is,
to my man
no
bank.
political party, including the CDC, will win first round in this proliferation of political parties in the political contestation come 2023. So that means that we'll get 40, Cummings 38.
I don't believe so.
You don't believe so?
I don't believe we will get 40%.
You will get 51%, right?
No, you'll get way less than that.
Way less than that? Will they disgruntled, this divided?
See, Max, it does not mean that.
Okay.
If the CPP is fractured, then the Liberian people are automatically happy.
They got no hope. You dash the hope and aspirational Liberian people.
Always hope.
Let me lead that. Let me lead that for you.
There's
Let me go
always
straight to Studio A to talk to Princess to give us comments from our social media users, and the comments you're about to hear are comments from our social media users. So let's take our last break and be right back to come.
Excuse me, Papa, give me one bottle of wine. That's another plate of barbecue chicken and...
Wait up the wait 1 minute. Go come back. Now, lollipop, I know I told you to relax and enjoy, but sorry, I just checked and don't have enough cash.
Oh man, now you're worried there. Jlateh, I got cash on my phone. You will scan and pay. But I want my money back as soon as you get home.
No problem there, but explain to me some more. Scan and pay?
Yes, with money in your Orange Money wallet, you can now scan and pay using QR codes. Check with your favorite merchants. Don't be left behind. To pay, simply download and open the Orange Money Africa app, select Scan It, and scan. Now payment is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Orange Money QR codes.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hey, yo. What's up back home in LIB, man?
T-Brush, that you? Hey, good to hear from you, man. I'm surprised because most of you keep quiet when you go to America.
Come on, man. I told you I'll make the difference, girl. By the way, I need to send you some cash, but heard that the banks are closed today in LIB.
You sleepy? That bro going to another level. You can send your script on my phone.
Receive money from your family and friends in the US directly into your Orange Money wallet. Yes, you heard me right. Tell your loved ones to download the BNB or Small World money transfer apps or visit their websites to begin transferring. Visit www.orange.com.lr for more information. Free for sender until 30th November.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Me. Bobo, you take her money to pay for the things I got for my honey. She over there. Amos, send money to my phone fast. Send for rent about you.
Great news for all football lovers. Use Orange Money to cash in, cash out, and stand a chance to win cash, devices, or a ticket to the AFCON final. Yes, you heard me right. All this plus many other prizes. Dial *154# to begin transacting. First prize, all expense paid trip to watch the AFCON finals, plus promotional materials. Second prize, luxury 4G smartphone, plus promotional materials. Third prize, $100 cash, plus promotional materials.
Diva, The boss or cash if you win, yeah.
Brings you closer to what matters.
After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has brought in all sizes of new quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage has also brought in a state-of-the-art 2022 upgraded diagnostic machine that can easily detect any problem with your car. Don't worry, we can fix it for you. Is your car having any electrical problem? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician from Ghana who is up to the task of programming and solving all of your car electrical problems. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street side. We have our garage and new showroom at Rehab at the junction of President Weah's residence. For original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to Uptown Garage. We give 1 month warranty. We also provide a tow truck free of charge if we are the ones to work on your car. But we can also tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage Head Office on 0777 553317 or 0886 553317 or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian owned, is here to put a smile on your face.
Thank you very much. You're back on 50/50 on Sky 107 is over to Princess in Studio A to give us comments from our social media users.
All right, so let me begin with Henry Mokbade, who writes, the only country giving God hard time, Liberia. Peachman, that's P. Jamie Coffey, good morning, sir. Happy New Year greetings to you and the team. I'm listening and watching from Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Constantly, that's Nora Hawks, constantly interrupted. Why? Hilton Lajedo writes, good morning, T Max, Jlateh, and others. I'm following you from my purple corner in Lockington as a purple defender. T Max, when things fall apart, the center can no longer hold. In the case of the CPP that were gathering to decide how they were going to share the national political cake. Sincerely, Mo Ali and Unity Party have nothing to offer many Liberians. We have tried them for 12 years and they couldn't deliver Mama Liberia with all the international supports. Let them give Gbegugbe the chance. We will flog them comes 2023. Ezekiel Dologbe writes, good morning, Sky FM Liberia, Happy New Year. Matoma CC writes, this says Sky, this your internet problem must stop in this 2022. David Sona writes, you guys need to work on the system. It keeps cutting off. Mohammed Kamara writes, good morning, Sky FM. Family, I'm following you from United Arab Emirates, Dubai. Let me tell you, T-Max, Jlateh, I don't care what happens. Comes 2023, President Weah will win. Toga Jebo Bayu writes, who looks like no. Sila Efwa now writes, Happy New Year, T-Max and my Sky family. I hope the Liberian people will open their eyes because these people are not in the interest of the masses, but their selfish gain. The same recycle people from one party to another. 2023 will be a game changer if these greedy politicians are denied power. Maya Zawe writes, good morning, Sky FM. Happy New Year to you. Toga Bayu writes, Mo Ali, please look for Real Radio to explain the dead story of CPP. We are not getting anything because it keeps going off and on. Otavius Maja Sao Perry writes, exactly, they should be sued. Fakba Kata writes, internet off and on. Livadino Dos Santos Copa Jr. writes, T-Max, Unity Party Auxiliary Group ALP leaving the CPP isn't strange because Unity Party is on the verge of leaving too. And in this case, Mr. Squanderell can't win elections in this country as head of the failed Unity Party. Momo M. Sadimani writes, Timas gave the guest chance to speak. This is not about your ANC sentiments. It's shameful. Leon Banks writes, the parties shouldn't have gone into the CPP arrangement in the first place because Liberia political history is replete with failure of political collaborations. Baron Brown writes, why the ALP hasn't proven the documents were fingered. Joseph Neiman writes, Hearty Mass 2022 is a new year. Please discuss those issues that are important to the forward march of Liberia. Please leave those on serious opportunities, squanderers, and non-presidential material. Monitoring from a Jarvis Market Boundaries in. Former MZZ writes, watching you from Matadi Sinker. JNB is the best for now. JNB is the next president of Liberia 2023. Y'all forget about Foya. Foya people. Foya for us. Momo Sanimani writes, the ALP has the right to make a decision to withdraw and save themselves from all these foolish manipulations from the ANC and its stooges in the media. Ruth Robert Spengler writes, now I know all these people don't mean well for our people in general, but themselves. Every step out of the way was for themselves, not the people. I wish Cummins had not joined the collaboration in the first place. Why do you think Mo Ali and others are desperate to use Nyumah Boakai to regain power? I supported the collaboration with my sweat and everything, not knowing their intentions. Nothing costed power should be given to Unity Party, my people. Liberians stop doing the same thing and expect different results. Inon Taylor writes, is that what you call simple problem? Rebecca Cover writes, JNB, our president, comes 2023 period. If the documents were altered, why can't NEC investigate candidates who won using that document? Maya Zawe writes, CPP will not win in 2023. Livadino dos Santos Copas Jr. writes, Joseph Baka leaving the party is a sign of greediness, and Baka as a whole is a failed leader because common CPP, he can't put it together but wants to become president. Momo Sadimani, the Unity Party and JMB are not there to solve any problem created by Cummins bribing people in every situation to go his way. The media was first. Baron Brown, they expected Cummins to sit back and don't compete for the CPP leadership. Once they realized he was gaining grounds, they started coming up with so many ways to get him out. And let me take this final one. Ruth Rapas Kpemba. Mo Ali is only in this to redeem his status quo, my poor people. Cummins have changed the dynamic of their business as usual, where it was so say one, so say all. That's all for now, T-Max.
Thank you very much, Princess, for the comments. Like I said earlier, the comments you heard are not coming from Sky, but coming from our social media users. Our time is up. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to read the editorial composed by Tubana Tipote. I might do that tomorrow because of time factor. Mo, what will be your last? Do we still have hope?
So once there is life, I think, okay, thank you. Once there is life, there's always hope. And I appreciate the callers and I appreciate the commenters, particularly Ruth Bengwa. She can attack from morning to evening. I like her zeal in espousing her thoughts. But Ruth, let me tell you this. I was not one of those who were close to power when the UP was ruling party. As a matter of fact, I worked in government for 3 years as a civil servant. So, and even if Joseph Barker were to win tomorrow, I don't want to be one of those in government. My profession is different, way different. I am a wash engineer, water sanitation and health engineer. I prefer being there. Politics, me, is just passion, not a money-making thing. But T-Max, I will think that there is still hope. It may be dreamy, but I guess one day we will get up and we will see things falling in place. When that time reaches, when everybody sees that there is a need that we must work together in the interest of this country, I believe it will happen.
You think somebody has to twist you people's arms to do that?
Maybe somebody should.
If you advise the child at home, he doesn't listen, maybe you need to throw him out in the public.
I think something like that should happen.
Something like that should happen.
Maybe.
Thank you very much more for
Thank you for having
for agree to be part of our first edition of 2022 50.
As always, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. On that note, we come to the end of this edition of 50-50. My name is Steve Max. Thanks for being there. I am who I am, and I hope God, with the way I'm dressed today, in a state of grace and peace, Liberia will be peaceful. See you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye for now.